Age of consent is 16 in most states. Age of consent, man, that's not what you need to go by. 16 is most states, but nobody really wants to see a 24-year-old man fucking a 16-year-old. But 19 and 17, that's, again, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's 2 years, you're literally in the same fucking grade.
And these serious allegations. Yesterday here on Drumler, on this channel, we did an interview
so
with
by now you probably have heard about the
Callmecarson
allegations that
All right,
have come
welcome
out.
back,
They've been
everyone.
trending on
Hope you're
Twitter
doing
for
well.
pretty
It is
much
not a
ever
good
since
day
we were
for a
all
certain
over
they
beloved
were
and his
content
details
creator.
become
Carson
something that
directly that he was sending inappropriate pictures back and forth with fans.
Carson King, better known as Callmecarson on YouTube. He was born May 10th, 1999, and is 21 years old. He has been accused of grooming a underage fan. And sadly to say, these accusations are true. They have been admitted to his close friends from Carson himself. These allegations are very sadly true. Now, I don't normally watch Keemstar, and I don't ever really get recommended his videos, but since this was a Callmecarson video and it has his name in the title, it was recommended to me. I am a fan of Callmecarson, so making this video is very hard, kind of, because I have to talk about something that a YouTuber I looked up to for a while did, and was just undeniably wrong. So it's very sad to say this, but Carson was just undeniably proven in Keemstar's video with the interview with the two Lunch Club members that Carson did do these actions and very much knows what he did.
I'm going to stick to the facts here, which was that one day in March, he called me shortly before he told Travis. Everybody was up in LA and he told most of them face to face, but he called me and I picked up the phone and he was basically like, I have to tell you something. And then he told me that he did underage girls, and I think that he said that they were fans.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, if you know that it's wrong, why did you even try? You knew you were scared, you knew that you shouldn't have done this, man, but why'd you fucking do it? Like, it's a sad day on the internet, it truly is. And I truly doubt that the first place you heard about this information was from my channel, but the first place I heard about this was from Drama Alert. Mr. Controversial himself, but surprisingly, he is not the one that's in the controversy this time. It is Carson, and it is very blatant that what he did was fucking wrong. Even though you have the criticals like response and it was like the same grade level 2 years apart, he still knew that he was going to get into shit from this. He knew he was in a higher position of power and that people would bring that up. He just shouldn't have done this at all. There was no reason for him to do this. The guy's fucking fine. Like, there's no reason for him to be searching through his fans or anybody else to try and get a relationship from. He can clearly get it from somebody else. Obviously, the past news and what his past controversy was, where, you know, he was cheated on by Caterino and all that, but I don't think that's enough. There's no excuses here, and there's no way that that can be brought up as an excuse for this situation, because he knew what he was doing was wrong, and all it takes is to simply stop. And he didn't. In Slimecicle's response, you see the fact that Slime apparently knew about this for quite a while. Whenever Carson told everybody else is when Slime knew. And Slime's first response was obviously to report the evidence and the fact that he just had Carson tell him that he did an illegal act, and he reported it to the authorities. And he also expects everybody else to do the same when they hear something of this kind of news, I guess. And I have to agree on this point. Whether it's because you personally can't give them the help that they need, you don't want to deal with trying to give them the help that you need. help they need. It's just the authorities will give him the help he needs more than anybody else can. Obviously, having this blown up into his face is not going to help him, and I'm personally afraid for his mental health, his physical health in the future, hoping to God he doesn't try and self-harm. I doubt he would be the person to do that, but sometimes people just do things whenever they're sad, and that's all you can say. And this he deserves backlash. He deserves to be punished. Whether his whole career and everything that he's worked everything up to should be destroyed over this, I personally can't say. There's thousands of opinions out there on this subject, and I'm really torn because I was a really big fan of him, and I want him to somehow live through this and make it through this, become a better person, and no longer do these actions. Hopefully find somebody that'll be right for him, because I mean, obviously the guy is lonely. Like, that's just what it is. I mean, it's so clear at this point. But you know, what he did was wrong, and he definitely needs, I know he already knows that, but obviously that wasn't enough, and maybe a little more will definitely let him know that what he did was wrong, to the point that he will not do it again, because knowing it was wrong, he still went through and did these actions, and that's the main concern here. Now, the girl who Carson was alleged of grooming, she was 17 at the time and was still in high school, so, you know, obviously this is pretty fucking bad. And in two of her tweets, she says, "Grooming, pedophilia, Carson situation. I can personally come out and say that I have been groomed by Carson. I have talked to many people and never came out about this since now. At the time, I was still 17 and in high school." And then, "I jokingly tweeted at Carson, 'Be my boyfriend,' on my old account. He didn't reply to the tweet and went straight to my DMs. I don't have an old SS, but I have Discord messages." And that's when all the Discord messages were completely dropped, and you got to see exactly what happened. There's been different responses. Carson's responded to a couple people over the situation. It's just, there's a lot of, there's just too much, as you can see. I really can't go through all of it and completely read each individual one without making this video longer than it needs to be. But this will probably be my last point on this video, and that is, Carson does need to be punished for these actions. Whether that punishment is permanently off the channel and never allowed to be seen on the internet again, or he is now going to something, I don't know. I really don't know. This whole situation's fucked. You never want to see somebody you looked up to for a while go down, but when it's a situation as bad as this, I don't know. I'll catch you guys later.